Yakuza 0 is an amazing game, and I'm sure just like me, you've poured countless hours into it and its content. But I am also sure if you looked around the maps, you would have noticed the Sony Walkman ads on certain buildings. The Walkman, for those who don't know or are unaware, was a portable music player that could play music cassettes, and some Walkman models allowed you to record onto a blank cassette tape, kind of what our phones do now and other music devices, minus the bulky stuff on it. Why am I telling you this though? Well, if you haven't already read the video's title, I'm going to be talking about the PS3 Japanese Yakuza 0's exclusive Walkman DLC. So sit back, load up that cassette tape with your fave music on, and let's take a look at this exclusive DLC. First though, I want to give a shout out to Timo for telling me how to make this DLC work with RPCS3. Thanks dude, you're awesome. Some facts before we continue though. All the files, such as the text files, the textures, and the scripts that load the Walkman are still in the localized release, but the Walkman is pretty much disabled. Modders have tried to get this working, but the game won't fully let you obtain the Walkman just yet or access it. For you techie folks out there, the model used as the Walkman's icon is the Sony WM505 model, which says it's wireless too, so it's very fancy that Kira Majima got given this for free from Bob. But yeah, as said, this DLC is PS3 exclusive to the Japanese version of Yakuza 0, as the PS3 version only came out in Japan. But then, how would someone get access to this DLC? To obtain this, you would have to buy an album called the Ryogakutoku 0 80s Hits Collection. When bought, it would include 10 80s Japanese hits and an extra 2 tracks of Takaya Kuroda and Hidenari Yugaki. I've probably said the names wrong, I do apologise. And they would be doing a cover of Angel and Runner, and finally a download code to unlock the Walkman in-game. This would include all the 80s hit songs to be played on the Walkman in-game, excluding the Kuroda and Yugaki covers. This seems to also already come with a song from each Yakuza game leading up to 0 as well, excluding Yakuza Black Panther. The player on both Majima and Kira would then need to go visit Bob and collect the Walkman from him. Sadly though, I can't preview the 80s songs on the video due to YouTube and the copyright they have, so a link to a playlist of all the 80s tracks will be in the description below. However though, we can listen to the Yakuza game tracks. They seem to be the most popular ones from each game, with 3 being the exception here, in featuring not only Loser, which was the original game's opening for Yakuza 3's intro, but also Mine's boss battle music Fly too, which is a track we in the West heard as the intro video's opening music, and personally I do like it a little bit better. It's a neat little DLC to play with, and I feel it's a shame that it wasn't included in some capacity in the international releases, even with the 80s Japanese songs being removed to allow it to work in the international releases. But then I bet you're wondering, could I get this now? Unfortunately, as of March the 31st 2016, all codes from the album are no longer valid, so the DLC is now unobtainable via normal means. The only way to get this now, if you happen to own the PS3 version, is via modding the game DLC of some kind, or via modding blank DLC files in a DLC folder in the game's directory and using RPCS3 to play it. So with all that said, I will now leave you with raw gameplay showing off the Walkman in action, with some translated textures and English text as well. Stay awesome, and stay safe out there folks.
world has changed its course. What? ちょっとそこな